What's up, everybody? For those that don't know, my name is Joey. Most people know me by Snow Rock. So now, I had a little story I wanted to tell. This goes back to when I was in Lancaster. So this was between '94 and '98. So as I was in Lancaster level 4. All right, so uh, Lancaster was level 4. So this was my first time ever at a level 4. I'd been there, you know what I'm saying? I got there, like I said, in '94. I left sometime in '98. So I had when I first got to the orientation, which was D yard, I was there for like, you know what I'm saying, less than a week, and then they shot me over to the C yard. So when I got to the C yard, you know what I mean, the homeboys embraced me, you know what I'm saying, what's up, cuz, you know what I mean? I knew, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the people on the yard. So, you know what I mean, my homies was there and they was like, look, you know what I'm saying, this is what it is. And I told them, look, as long as it's one on one, you know what I mean, I got it. You know what I mean, anybody run up, I got it one on one. Just don't let them get me. Because if you a white crippin' and you in prison in the California prison during the '90s, you can expect some violence. Let's just put it like that. So I've done time, and I understand. I know the job was dangerous when I took it. So I knew what I signed up for. I was I was ready to the best of my ability. I wasn't ready for the mental fuckery that goes on, but there was one main thing about Lancaster. In Lancaster, a lot of the staff, guards, a lot of the prison guards were from around that area. So we had black prison guards that were grew up in these Crip and Blood neighborhoods who know and are known but never got in trouble. And now they're working in the system. And that's, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, you know what I'm saying, Lancaster, it was a lot of black officers. So that helped me out. That helped my survival out. Because there was occasions, one occasion. So I was in the building, and it all started, with a white dude behind the wall. Behind the wall, when I say that, that means where we go to work. So we have to go through a work change building, and then once we go behind that wall, you know what I'm saying, you don't leave out of that area until you're strip searched, and then you're allowed to go back to your dorm, your cell, and your yard and stuff like that. So at work is behind the wall. So on this occasion, I was in vocational janitorial, but it's janitorial. It's not rocket science. So yeah, I mean, I didn't want to be in there. So they told me the only way to get out, complete the class. So I fast tracked and did all the work real fast, and then I'm saying the teacher didn't want to let me out because he said I hadn't been there long enough. So I showed him that I could do everything. And then he cut me loose early. So he gave me my. I got moved into drafting, and I like to draw, so I figured drafting would be good for me. But I didn't know that the Nazi shot caller, the Nazi lowrider shot caller, was in drafting. So when I got in there, I'm saying, he has the issue. So whatever. One thing leads to another of him sending somebody else, and so I end up getting hit in the back of the head while I'm taking a piss. I'm in the bathroom, right? So can't nobody really see up in here. So I go in there to take a leak, and a big old white boy comes in, and tries, dope fiend me. But you hit me in the back of the head, you ain't hitting nothing but bone. Ain't nothing back there but bone. You know what I mean? So I turn around to square up with him, and then he tries to tackle me and bull rush me and wants to wrestle. And it's like, we got room to stand up and fight. You're the dude is bigger than me. I'm not little. I'm 6'3". I'm like 240. But this dude is like 6'6" and almost 300 pounds on swole. You know what I mean? Swastikas and shit all over. The dude's name was Oak Tree. So anyway, I mean, so we getting down in the bathroom, and he's over me, so I can't really get to him. So I'm trying to hit him in his nuts, And then they say the teacher coming. So we jump up. He goes to that side. I go to this side. I tell him this ain't over. This ain't over. So before I can, you know what I'm saying, do anything, he takes off on another white boy in front of the instructor. So the instructor was coming out to see what the noise was. Now he sees this dude hit the other dude. Okay. So anyway, he pushes his button. This is level 4. This is prison. So he pushes his alarm, and then all the police come running up in here from work change and from everywhere in the vicinity. They all come running in here to find out what this is about. If they don't know, they're all coming. So once they get the word, you know what I mean, okay, I mean, just a couple guys fighting. Then, you know what I'm saying, the guy they found some scratches on me. So I ended up getting going to the hole. And then I came back. So, I told them, look, I don't have a problem. Send me back. So they sent me back. When they sent me back, I knew, you know what I'm saying, that, they was going to try something. But I'm in the building with the dude who's the shot caller for the Nazi lowriders. So I tell the homies, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to sit and talk to him and you know what I mean, and find out what's up. So when I get at him, the dude get at me foul. You know what I mean? First he tell me, that him and his homeboy plan to dope fiend me in the bathroom. So that's strike one. You know what I mean? In my head. You know what I mean? But now ain't nobody. It's just me and him at a table, and the blacks are watching, the whites are watching, the police are watching. Everybody's waiting to see what's going to happen. And so then he tells me him and his homeboy plan to do that. So that's strike one. So then we goes on and the dude tells me that he done stabbed 3 white Crips before. Why are you telling me that? Only reason you telling me that you trying to scare me. Strike two. So then we're sitting there talking and the dude tells me he just appreciated if I get out of the class. If I get out of the class drafting that he's in, there won't be no animosity or no problems. So all I hear is, oh, if you stay in the class, there's going to be animosity and problems. But he just wanted me to ask for a change to a different class. But the way I'm taking it is you telling me I got to get out of there because you were in there. So, you know what I mean? I can't do nothing. The police are watching, Towers watching, my homies watching, his homies watching. Everybody's waiting to see what happens. So I'm like, look, man, I'm going to get out the counselor, man. You know what I mean? See if they can get me up out of the class. After that, I'll let you know. He's like, all right, man, I appreciate it. So then he goes to his side, I go to my side. So the homies come over the table like, cuz, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What'd he say? What happened? What'd he say? And so I tell him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, cuz tonight when they had day room, I'm breaking cuz Joe, you know, because the police are watching. Everybody thinks, you know what I'm saying, they need to think it's okay. So everybody, you know what I'm saying, is like acting like, oh, it's all good. You know what I mean? So we go back, you know what I'm saying, we go over to the table and play some cards and just wait, you know what I mean, and you know what I'm saying, when later on that evening, because that's the thing, we only have an hour of day room. That's enough time for you to get in the shower, enough time for a couple people to get on the phone. They have a phone list, they sign up for phones, and you get people let out for worker shower and stuff like that. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying, this is level 4, you know what I mean? Ain't no night program. You have the yard, and that's closed. Ain't no yard at night, not for level 4. So anyway, so now we come out, you know what I mean? It was quick. And that's the thing. This is one of the things that saved me. The officer who was there was a female officer. This female officer I have been hitting on. Think about it. If you're a man and you're in a prison, if there's a female to hit on, you know, I'm gonna hit on her. What do I got to lose? I'm already in jail. I'm lonely. I mean, I don't like guys, so what are my options? That's the thing. I don't have a pen pal. I don't have nobody. You know what I mean? So I'm on my own. So I'm trying to get at anybody, the MTA, the nurse, the kitchen lady, the cook. I don't look. I don't care. The counselor. Look, it was your man. Hey, I'll holler at it. But what I got to lose, and they know, because they getting it not only by me, they getting it by a lot of other people. And I'm shy. I've always been shy. But after doing, I'm saying, decades, over 10 years in a cage, and, I missed out on a lot. Ain't no going back. Ain't no getting that back. That's over with. That's done. Now it's time to move forward. Time to move on. Trying to do different. I'm not fisting wait around. If I see something I like, I'm fisting go get it. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. So anyway, this CO female, I had been getting at her. I'm trying to, get in where I fit in. You know what I mean? So anyway, she was there when a dude when the thing goes down because I break the shot caller's jaw. So here it is. So they release for day rooms. So now we got this is only one tier, either bottom tier or top tier gets to come out. So I got two homies that are on the top tier. I didn't know they talked their way out. They're in the shower, in the black shower on C side. We got to go over to A side. That's where the white boy is at. We're going to go over to his section. I'm going to go get at him. And just, I'm trying to break his jaw. That's my whole goal. You know what I mean? And when it all happens, I'm saying? They open up. We don't know the homies is out. So me and my celly, he comes over to watch my back. And I go in between the tables, I'm saying? Like, hey, man, let me holler at you. So this is the shot caller that I talked to earlier today, but everybody thinks everything is good. We done had our powwow. So now when I come over there, I'm just standing by the line because there's a line on the ground that you're not allowed to cross. And they don't want us too close to the cells, so we pass stuff in and out. So you can't go past this line. You can stand at the line and talk to your friend in that cell, but you can't go up to the cell. That's the rules. No warning shots. But these are the rules in prison the way it is. So I'm standing at the line and he's talking to somebody and I'm politely waiting for him to get done. So now my homeboy is over by the stairs standing like he's pretending he's waiting to get on the phone. So the dude gets done talking to the dude he was talking to and he comes over to the line where I was at. Now we're facing the tower, the gun tower, and the podium where the police are. And I tell the dude, I'm like, yeah, man, I talked to the counselor because he wants me to get out of the class. So I told him, yeah, man, I talked to the counselor. I told the counselor I want to stay in the class so you could suck my dick. And the dude looked at me like, what? Just as I turned around with everything and just gave him a right straight to his chin. The dude's eyes, I seen his eyes roll back into his head as he fell straight back, sleep, knocked out. So when I see this, I'm trying to get out of there. I'm on the white side. I'm trying to get back to the black side. So, I'm going through the tables, and that's a no-no for other races. This is the white Mexican side. I'm not supposed to go through these tables. But I'm going through these tables because that's the most direct way back to where I need to go. And I go through the tables, and then it's the white boy that he was hollering at, that he was talking to before when I came up. Now, he seen me knock his boy out and I'm walking in between the tables, and now he tries to cut me off. But I see him, and I hear my homeboy say, Snow, look out. And I see the white boy coming up, and I jab, and I catch him, and I hit him in his mouth. I bust his lip. So he immediately puts his hands up like he was going to fight me. And then the police was right there. She seen everything. She seen me knock the dude out. She don't tell me till later on down the line, because she got transferred and moved. I went to the hole. Time went on, and I ended up running into her again because she was working in the hole. And she explained to me, she was like, yeah, I seen this and I seen that. And I was like, man, she wrote it up so that I beat the 115 for self-defense, saying that the white boy came at me, because that's usually what happens. But she, told me she's seen exactly what happened. She's seen exactly what I did. And she said she knows why I did it. So it is what it is. But I was saying all that because in there was a lot of staff that were black that gave me action, that gave me a chance. When others look, let's just get him out of here. Whites dropped the kite, said they're gonna stab him. Let's just move him. If you move me, it ain't gonna do nothing. It's just gonna keep it going. Tell them to bring it. I don't run from nobody. I'm not no tough guy. I don't want no problems, but I'm not running from no problems either. So I had an open invitation, 1-on-1. Anybody want it, come and get it. And that's the thing. In Lancaster, that's what I was known for. You know what I mean? I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. And that's the thing. I walk the line every day. People used to call me Radio Raheem. I'd be out there with a Super 2 radio with a little bag on it with two D batteries. You know what I'm saying? As the battery pack charging up, playing my Walkman, bumping Ghetto Boys, Ghetto Boys. I was out there every day. My celly was the homie. He fixes radios and headphones, Walkmans, and all that. So he's the guy. Plus, we got a fat music collection. The homie, when I got there, you know what I mean? My celly, he had, you know what I'm saying? We got a real good music collection. But yeah, so I was known as Radio Raheem, and people didn't understand, you know what I'm saying? I'm not carrying this radio because I love music. I'm carrying this radio because this is a weapon. It got 6D batteries inside of it, plus 2 batteries strapped onto it. And if you run up on me, I will hit you upside the head with this radio. But that's the thing. People just thought, oh, you know what I'm saying? Snow Rock like music. Nah, Snow Rock's here to survive. Yeah, but so Lancaster was a wild place. It was a lot going on, you know what I mean? Because at the time, you know what I'm saying, this was the early '90s, so they still had norteños that would come down there, and you know what I'm saying, the Sureños, they had the bulldogs, you know what I'm saying, and they was using them as torpedoes. Anything from the north came down here, they had to take off, and if they didn't, they was, you know what I'm saying, getting and usually they get up out of here anyhow. It was always some mess going on. It was a lot of. We were in Lancaster, so it's a lot of drugs. It's, you know what I mean. It was a lot going on in Lancaster. Like I said, you know what I'm saying. There was a lot of police that were from, you know what I'm saying, somebody's neighborhood or grew up in the place where everybody, and that's the way it was. So yeah, you know what I mean. We used, man, make do, make the best out of what you had. And Lancaster was rough. You know what I mean? Like I said, I spent 4.5, almost four and some change, and I was happy to get up out of there. I got stabbed. I got stabbed 2 different occasions, 3 different times. One I got stabbed once, another time I got stabbed twice. But you know what I mean, I survived, and that's it. You know what I mean? And in Lancaster, I was known. Yeah, yeah. If you came through Lancaster during that time, you heard my name. All right, well, look, if you like this one, you know what I'm saying, get back to me, you know what I'm saying, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. Share this with somebody, they might need to hear it. All right, go.